Well, I got to go back to work. So this is the end of my opening day or opening weekend archery elk in Washington State, Central Cascades. So I drew a multi-season tag so I could hunt a couple game management units, but I chose one that I've harvested a couple big bulls out of. So here I am. So originally I planned on bringing my tent all the way up to where I know the elk go in and out. That was a good idea, positive. This early in the season, the one thing I wasn't prepared for was the temperature changes. So at night sleeping, I was very cold, and I had a good sleeping bag, 20 degree, really good new pad, Thermarest. It's like a 3-inch Aerolite or something. Really, really good pad. But I still got cold, so I went actually down to the car, which is about an hour hike in and out, or each way, and got my long underwear because I didn't think it was going to be that cold, but got to sleep comfortably. First night, started at 1:40 in the morning. Laying in bed, I could hear elk bugling, more specifically locator bugles. So in my opinion, a locator bugle is just a bugle without a grunt, no aggression to it. It's just kind of stretching their vocal cords in a way. That happened at around 1:30, 3:15, and 4:30. So that was exciting. What a great way, opening day, that early morning, started off with some bugles. That day's hunt, saw a couple elk, but no bulls, and didn't see any deer because I also have a multi-season deer, so I was looking for mule deer as well. Tracks everywhere. In fact, tracks everywhere after my tracks. So apparently they were feeding at night, which is okay. They just were bedded down in the morning, and I had to try to find them. Anyway, hunted till about 2 because I've harvested a few bulls afternoon, nice bulls, and so I hunted till about 2 and then decided it was going to be time for some lunch and contacting my family, saying hello, checking on my boys' soccer games. So I did that and then took a small nap. While I was taking my nap, it was only an hour nap, while I was taking my nap, a cow and calf, I'm assuming based on their tracks, ran by my tent and woke me up. I could hear the thumping, actually feel the ground shake. So that was exciting. Then that night, I just went about 100 yards past where my tent is. Didn't go too far and hunted till dark. And that's the interesting thing. That was actually one of the highlights of my hunt was doing locator bugles, just 1 or 2 sequences, and then just sitting for 45 minutes quiet. And just before shooting light was over, a bull or a bugle cracked down below me, and it was actually startled me. It surprised me. So I thought, well, my scent, the wind is blowing right down on them, so it's got to be a hunter. Mistake number 1. I was assuming if it was an elk, it was going to try to circle around and see what I was. But obviously it knew what I was. It was just seeing if any other elk were in the area, I guess. I didn't bugle back. I just stayed quiet because I figured if it was a hunter, I didn't want them coming up to me, and was hoping they would just continue on. About 5 minutes later, I heard a bugle down below, farther, probably 500 yards below where I heard the first one, where my camp is. And that's when I realized I had made the mistake. So from this day on, you might have a different idea, but my advice and my what I'm going to be doing is, if I hear a bugle at early morning or late at night and it's just before shooting light and the wind is wrong, I'm still going to check. I probably should have belly crawled to a vantage point and looked to see if it was an animal. If it was an animal, it would have been an exciting time. If it was a hunter, so be it. I guess it's worth the risk. So anyway, that was exciting. Went to sleep and didn't hear anything last night at all. Was kind of surprised. I tried to crack off a couple locator bugles a little bit later in the morning before dark or before light, and didn't get a response. I might have got a response way down in a meadow that I've gotten elk out of, but it's been pretty slow down there. So anyway, it could have been down there. It wasn't a hunter. It was too early for a hunter. So then I changed my plan and went over to another game management unit that's pretty good. Basically, I just have to cross a paved road and get into another game management unit, and that was fairly successful. Bumped into two hunters that said they saw a 5x5, which I believe was the bull from the day before. And then guess what? Well, I get to my new spot where I have had a lot of elk in that area. I've set up game cameras before and have harvested a 6x6 out of their muzzleloader season. So I got there and sat for about an hour, and lo and behold, a 5x5 bull elk pops his head up. After I did a locator bugle, he pops his head up, looks at me, and turns around and just walks off. It's a spike only unit, so I wasn't about to shoot, but it's pretty interesting that what the two hunters saw was a 5x5. What I saw was a 5x5, and what bugled at me the night before maybe was a 5x5. Now, if there's only one bull in this whole area, it would surprise me, but he may be the only one active. The rest might be either up high, really down low below my camp, and are just hanging out, doing nothing but grazing at night. Who knows? Anyway, fun weekend. Opening weekend of archery elk in Washington State, Central Cascades, and I've got a multi-season tag, so I can hunt archery more, and then hunt muzzleloader season, and then hunt modern season. So I'll keep you up to date with how full my freezer gets. All right, take it easy.